Lord forgive me for this trap shit. Sergeant Smack make it backflip. Telly Hank it with the action. With the vital speaking Spanish. Frank Matthews how I vanish. Poof. Came back like I'm King Tut. Gold BBS is on a beamer. When Fat Cat was 10 queens up. Ball off the profit, not the re-up. Fly like Puerto Rican Jesus. Uptown like I'm Baby May. Just caught a touchdown from the bay.
July 25th, 1992, a warm Saturday night in University Heights, San Diego. An apartment on North Avenue was about to become a crime scene. Inside apartment 460, a man named Timothy Hansen was sitting alone. According to San Diego Police Homicide Lieutenant James Welter, Hansen was a self-employed investor. But what happened next would raise questions about what kind of business he was invested in. According to witnesses, 3 men would approach the door, dark clothes, police-style gear, with narcotics badges flashing. One of the men shouted one word before the doors smashed open. Officers, as the 3 men would storm in. Expecting a fearful resident, what they got was something different. Firepower, because Timothy Hansen wasn't unarmed. And by the time it ended, 2 men were dead, Timothy Hansen and one of the masked intruders. San Diego police would respond to a chaotic scene, a bust-open door, spent shells, and 2 lifeless bodies. By the looks of it, it seemed as if one of their own could have went down, but he wasn't one of theirs at all. He was a gangster.
619, and I got problems in my mind. And I got my boy Gangster Ern here. He gon' break it down to you how we running things in Dago. Gangster E, it's on you. Yeah, check this out, fool. When I was young, the only thought on my mind was a roll or stroll with the fellas and throw up gang signs, hanging late at night and chill on the block. Slang and bang like I was punching the clock. Never thinking about the future, but living day for day. Nothing else mattered to me. This was the only way to build a reputation that I knew I could get. I just steal and rob and give my mama a fit. Smoking and drinking, always flagging my game. I packed a 9, gun a hard 501. Always sag, time to ride, it only made me feel bigger. Jump in the back, roll down the window, get ready to pull a trigger. Now understand, before I became a man, I was a young black boy with death as a game plan, headed in the wrong direction.
You do the Gangster Ern?
Gangster Ern television series. I'm personally working on it with Nick Cannon. Shout out to Gangster Ern kids down in Dago. Shout out to my 5'9" Brims down there at Ocean View Park. Big Crunch. Charlie Boat, rest in peace. But I'm definitely hands-on. We're working with getting the Gangster Ern story out there. Me and Nick Cannon, the Dago native, is coming. It's coming to a screen near you. West.
More than a dozen accused gang members facing charges in connection with a slew of shootings.
They all took place in South Brooklyn, and as Fox 5's Richard G. Covas shows us, in many cases, innocent bystanders were caught in the crossfire.
Gang terror caught on surveillance footage, a barrage of bullets, 40 of them fired on a street corner while an innocent family with a baby walks by and ducks down for their lives. Another man runs through the lobby of a building. Behind him, gunshots are fired. Everyone inside runs and gets down. Then there's another who's staked out inside a sneaker store. There he is, they say. A half hour later, he leaves and gets shot in the middle of a public street in Bay Ridge. 2 innocent bystanders are also shot.
Complete mayhem and terror. You know, we refuse to normalize this behavior.
These are just some of the alleged members of the 59 Brims Bloodhound Brims gang.
In August of 2022, federal authorities would execute one of the most significant gang takedowns in recent New York history. Their target would be a violent blood-affiliated street gang known as the 5'9" Brims, operating out of the South Bronx, Harlem, and Brooklyn. Authorities claim the crew established a reputation through a series of brutal crimes, including shootings, drug trafficking, and armed robberies. But the gang would first come to light for many in New York City on August 29, 2018, when two female bartenders at Angel Strip Club in Queens would be attacked by a group of women allegedly acting under the direction of rapper Cardi B. The assault, reportedly sparked by rumors that one of the women had been involved with Cardi B's partner at the time, would be caught on surveillance footage and quickly spread across tabloids and news networks. Prosecutors would later connect the attackers to the 5'9" Brims, tying a rap superstar to a violent street organization few New Yorkers outside of law enforcement have ever heard about. This specific incident would be one of the first glimpses into the gang's presence in New York. By the time the indictment would drop in 2022, more than 20 alleged members would be charged, and the Brims were no longer operating in the shadows. They would become one of the most talked about hybrid gangs in New York City. But even with a presence in 3 of the 5 boroughs, the story of the 5'9" Brims starts a long way from New York City. Nearly 3,000 miles away in southeast San Diego, there in the mid-1970s, a group of young men would found what would become one of the most notable gang sets in San Diego's history.
Brim Day is a holiday for us, you know what I mean? It's May 9th, the homies get together to celebrate, you know, the whole look of things, you know what I mean? We celebrate coming to the little niggas, going to the triple G's, you know what I'm saying? It's a day of respect, you know what I'm saying? Brim Day, May 9th.
Blood, we out here bigging it, blood, out here in National Bitty, blood, bigging it with the 5'9" Brim gang, OBP, Southeast, lean to the basement streets, blood, we just out here doing it, blood, keep it gangster, blood. I just want niggas to know, nigga, it's real shit out here in Dago, you know what I'm saying? This how we get down once a year, you know what I mean, just to show the love, you know what I mean? Show how much love, you know what I mean? Niggas got for each other. Everybody come out, nigga. All the real deals come out. You's a buster, you can't come.
Social gang. That's what we doing, you know what I mean? Southeast San Diego, nigga, you know what I mean? That's a twin, you know what I mean? Little Fat Ocean, nigga, get a bar of that shit, you know what I mean? That's how we doing it, baby, you know what I mean? Stamp on the nigga, brim up, you know what I mean? Brim in peace, all my niggas, you know what I mean? Brim it, nigga. That's what we about, cheese. Raising ruthless, independent-minded soldiers, you know what I mean? That's what we doing it, nigga, right there. You twins is cheesy, nigga. You twins is cheesy, motherfucking stays off the heezy, and I don't know why she wanna holler, that's your breezy, feel me? So, when you quit hating, just let us do what we do, we gonna let you do what you do, you feel me? But when we do what we do, stay the fuck out, or you will get touched. And I made you out. Yeah, this is fact. This is my motherfucking home, girl, you know what I mean?
Y'all see us staying in the club, that was some crazy right there.
That's where we doing it, gone.
Blood.
Oh,
Slip,
shit, nigga.
Then I trip, son. That's on Bloods. Fucking with twin, you get your head bust. Cause me
busted,
and my
nigga.
nigga, we bout that head bust.
Nigga.
It's money we got.
We Southside big with it. We don't give a fuck about a bitch. We'll dig a nigga up in the ditch and we'll fuck a snitch. Nigga.
Based around 40th Street and Ocean View Boulevard, the set would also be known as the Ocean View Basement Brims, would emerge as a formidable presence in not only San Diego, but California's gang landscape. Unlike other sets, they didn't collapse under the pressure of law enforcement or rival violence. Instead, they would expand their reach and build a reputation that would ripple far beyond their city's limits, not through their battles, but through their music, their influence, and their dead. And out of that original San Diego chapter came a name that would be spoken about kind of mythically and with warning. Ernest Gangster Ern Alexander, probably the most prominent member the Brims would ever produce.
Now, Ern, how can I make you really understand the type of nigga Ern was? Beside the gangster shit, yeah, just the fun shit. Cameron on that movie.
Paid in Full?
Paid in Full.
Yeah.
Woolies.
That's Gangster Ern?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ern was a show off. You know what I'm saying? The homie he gonna come show off. You know what I'm saying? He finna come light up the street with the titanium. You know what I'm saying? He finna come doing willies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's Ern. Trip this. I remember one day we on the block. Gang detail hit us from everywhere. They patting niggas down. The homie Ern ride past the motherfuckers on the quad, on the street, helmeted up. Rev his engine in front of him. It's illegal.
Right.
They had to leave us alone and chase the homie.
He saved y'all.
Trip this. We hear sirens everywhere. We hear the motor. Sirens everywhere. Next thing you know, the motor disappeared. Sirens everywhere. Ern come pulling up in the 6 tray, squat that bitch with the top dropped, fully undressed with cause he had on his full gear. You know what I'm saying? He came and pulled up on that bitch ass and hung out with us while they was looking for him.
Wow.
That's the type of shit Ern did.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Gangster Ern, man.
And these two, I'm with. There's so many stories that we connected to that need to happen.
Dago.
Come on, man.
Your Dago. His son called me yesterday. He wants it to happen. He said he met you in 2006 backstage.
Yeah.
Shook his hand. He never forgot it. That needs to happen.
That's a hell of a story.
Needs to happen.
This, I agree. We working on some stuff behind the scenes to be able to tell these stories and these.
Gangster Ern. Gangster Ern. Whack 100 was talking recently about him doing this docuseries or whatever it was, this series on this cat from San Diego that was like the first artist in Dago to really like come from the streets and put in work for us on the scene. He was a Brim, homie. He was like a superhero, bro, like damn near to us when we was a kid, you know what I'm saying? Because he was really about that life, homie. This nigga was balling, the gangsterest nigga and the ballinest nigga. You know that don't go hand in hand. Don't. No, this nigga riding down the street, shirt off, perm, giving it up, rag top tray. Go to the house, park that, come back out the next minute, burgundy rag top tray. 10 minutes ago. Now he in a slope nose burgundy Porsche, but gang banging though. And rapping, and he was popping. He had us turned in something unfortunate happened to the homie. You know what I'm saying? Like shit always does in this street life.
With all the talk you hear about Gangster Ern, you have to assume that he was some larger-than-life figure, a full-blown man with at least a few decades under his belt. But when you realize that he was only 26 years old at the time of his death, the stories feel a little bit different. It's like his life feels less like a chapter and more like the stuff of legend. And from the beginning of covering these stories, I got a bunch of comments and even a few emails about covering Gangster Ern, mostly from people in or around San Diego that want the world to know how they town gives it up. But I'm gonna focus on one particular comment that really stood out from a YouTube user named Cullen Bass, who would drop his top 5 list of San Diego street legends. And it was no surprise to me that Gangster Ern would sit at the top of that list, a name 3 decades after his death that's still ringing bells in the streets of San Diego. And it was even less surprising when Nick Cannon and Wack would discuss turning Gangster Ern's life into a full-blown motion picture. And based on what I know now, after finally doing the research, Gangster Ern would probably be considered a legend no matter what city he came from. When you think about it like this, way back in 1992, the same year of his death, he would already had built his own independent record label, Break Minds Off Records, just some wild shit, going on to release a project up against it that same year that's so rare and revered that now in 2025 is considered a collector's item. On top of, by all accounts, him being one of the most flashy yet dangerous figures that was walking the streets of Southeast San Diego at that time. As we seen in the interviews earlier, people still talk about the cars that he was driving or the clothes that he was wearing and how he was shutting shit down just by stepping out. And when you add the fact that he funded all of it from robbing hustlers, it's easy to see how his life has all of the makings for a blockbuster movie. Exactly like two people whose life story I would pay money to see, Boy George and Maserati Rick. Y'all make sure y'all hit the red bell and subscribe button below. Y'all let me know whose movie y'all would want to see covered or who would probably have the best American gangster paid in full style movie. Definitely make sure y'all tapping downstairs to let me know what cities we need to go to, what stories we need to tell, what we missed, what we got wrong, all of that. Definitely tapping with me directly on Instagram, Twitter, POP_A_LOT. And until our next jug, y'all know how we rocking. Shades Popalot. Salute the almighty mob.